start here. Can everyone hear me? Okay. So this is a small lab session because tomorrow in your ASPE exam, they can ask you regarding these cells in your ASPE practical exam. So you should have a fair idea of what these cells are. So I will touch base with you with very few simple cells. One is red blood cells. First, you should know they are biconcave disc shaped with no nucleus. Right? So, biconcave disc shaped with no nucleus and diameter is 7.5 mm. It is 2 micrometer thick at its rim and 1 micrometer thick at its center. The average lifespan normal count is 4.5 to 6 millions in males and female 4 to 5.5 millions, destroyed by macrophages in the spleen and bone marrow. So, in this spleen and bone marrow, they are destroyed by macrophages. So, this is the central idea of red blood cells. So, and red blood cells, you should know, we can show these cells, biconcave cells we can show you, and we will ask you to identify which type of cells it is. And there are no nucleus, right? And carry oxygen. Cytoplasm contains hemoglobin, and they bilipid sometimes like normal cell membrane. These also have bilipid layer, usually containing of cholesterol, right? This is the basic structure of red blood cells. So we may put this photograph of a red blood cell, and we may ask you what type of cell it is, and what is the average lifespan, and what is its size, and what is its count. You should know. They lastly, after 120 days, they are destroyed by macrophages, spleen and bone marrow. So this is about red blood cells. Just a gist I am trying to give you. And may I put this figure also. So, and we may ask you to name the cells. So this is a stained blood smear. RBCs have deep pink color. So deep pink color with a central pale area. This is the central pale area, and you'll see a deep pink color that occupies, and central pale area occupies 1/3 of its diameter. So this is about red blood cell. So we may focus the biconcave appeared cell, and we may ask which type of cell it is, and how it looks under the microscope. Under the microscope, it looks deep pink color with a central pale area. And you may ask also what is the lifespan of the cell, what is the size of the cell, and what are the numbers present in our body. So you should know this basic idea. If you know, it's more than enough. Next, white blood cells are also called leukocytes. So they have nuclei and they are colorless. Right, this white blood cell. Red blood cell, one thing you have to remember, right? Decrease in the RBC usually leads to anemia. And increase in the RBC, it usually causes polycythemia. So that much idea you should have. And white blood cells have nuclei and they are colorless. And average lifespan is 13 to 20 days is the average lifespan, and they are destroyed in the lymphatic system, and 4,000 to 11,000 per microliter of blood cells you will see. So you should know the count, you should know where they are destroyed and what is the lifespan, and they are usually colorless. That is why they are called white blood cells, right? And as I explained to you in the theory class, they have the type of stain. They have two types: granulocytes, agranulocytes. Agranulocytes are lymphocytes, green color arrow, lymphocyte and Monocytes are granulocytes. Granulocytes are neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. Neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils are acute inflammatory cells. Monocytes and lymphocytes are chronic inflammatory cells. That much you have to remember. These acute inflammatory cells participate in first 48 hours. Then slowly the chronic inflammatory cells come into picture. And even if the chronic inflammatory cells cannot ward off the infection, then slowly these monocytes and macrophages, they combine together to form cells called giant cells. Right? So that much idea you should have. And granulocyte, the special stain what we use is Romanowsky, a type of stain we use to stain the granulocytes, and you will see neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Granulocytes, lymphocytes, and plasma cells, and you should know the structure of the nuclei. So lymphocytes will have small lymphocytes and large lymphocytes, right? Depending on the dimension. Small lymphocyte occupy a major portion of the cell. And neutrophils, they are multi-lobe, around 3 to 5 lobes. Eosinophil, bilobed. Basophil is usually indented nucleus. We'll see. So the way you identify cells. Neutrophils, if we talk, 60 to 70% of total leukocytes, 10 to 12 micrometer in diameter, segmented nucleus or red arrow, we'll see. It is a segmented nucleus and forms 2 to 5 lobes. So usually neutrophils in the blood will have 2 to 5 lobes. Chromatin of nucleus is deeply stained and nucleus is not seen. So this is the picture. So we may focus this cell, we may point the arrow, we may ask what type of cell it is, how many lobes it has, and what is the percentage and what is its function. We may ask you like this in the exam. So you should know. Eosinophil, 2 to 4% of total leukocytes, 10 to 14 micrometer in diameter, its size, it is bilobed. So we may focus this cell and we may point this arrow, name the type of cell. So you should tell it is eosinophil. Why? Because it is bilobed nucleus, you'll see, and you'll see cytoplasm contains deep pink specific granules. You will see the specific granules here. So these are specific granules you will see, eosinophilic granules, right? Especially in allergic reactions, protozoal infections, right? Eosinophils are increased in number. Next is basophil. They constitute less than 1% of total leukocytes, 10 to 12 micrometer in diameter. And they are S-shaped cells. And I've told you this S-shaped nucleus is usually not that visible. Why? Because there are few granules, large, specific thick granules you will see. And because of these granules, if you see here, the nuclei is obscured. You cannot see the S-shaped nuclei very clearly. And you should know what the granules contain. They contain heparin and histamine, right? So these granules stain metachromatically with olivine blue and appear purple in color, and they stain dark blue with Giemsa. So you should know what stains we use for basophils, okay? And they contain heparin and histamine. So this much idea you should have. Second year, that is more than enough. The next, lymphocytes, 20 to 25%. This is after eosinophils, which are 60 to 70%. Next biggest component, formed elements in blood is lymphocytes, 8 to 10 micrometer, and are medium size, or sometimes even large, 15 to 18 micrometer. Usually small, large lymphocytes only we take into consideration. Slightly indented nucleus you will see, and small lymphocytes, it will occupy major component of the cell and will have thin rim of basophilic cytoplasm, you will see. Monocytes, these are largest of white blood cells. They are very big in size. So we may focus this cell, and we may ask you to identify this largest of white blood cell, 12 to 18 micrometer in diameter, and they constitute 3 to 8% of total leukocytes. So they are large, 12 to 18 micrometer and 3 to 8%, and the cytoplasm is bluish gray. It has fine azurophilic granules, and nucleus is kidney shaped. So kidney shaped nucleus. This is very, very important. We may ask you in exam. Monocytes are usually present in blood. Sometimes they go out of the blood, and in the tissue, they are called tissue macrophages. So this type of cells we may ask to you in your MCQs or in your OSPE exam. So you should know the cells basically. That is what you know, to identify red blood cells. You should know to identify the white blood cells and the type of cells, and you should know how to identify platelets. You know this much. Second year, very good, excellent. Next is thrombocytes. Thrombocytes, you should know the count, 250,000 to 400,000, and you know this platelet count will go down very much, right? In these, especially in certain infections, they go below 50,000 or below 10,000 in infection like dengue, which is caused by dengue is a viral infection caused by mosquito, right? So, and especially daytime mosquitoes. Daytime, what mosquitoes bite you? So they are. So that is about platelet. So these are the things which I wanted to share with you. So this is about the type of cells which you should know in the practical session. Okay, so uh, this is what I wanted to basically tell you about the different type of cells, right? So I hope you have understood the theory class as well as the practical class properly, and you should basically know the formed elements of the blood, and the liquid component is the plasma, right? And in formed element, you should know the red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. So, if you know, so that will be really good for us, and questions will be asked according to your standard, that is second year. I know some people are intelligent, some people are average, some people are poor in understanding, but the questions will be set so that most of the questions will be set so that most of the people can answer. Only one or two questions where will intelligent people can answer. Like our group leader Yazan is an intelligent person, right? So this is the way things should be, right? So so these platelets are also biconvex. The RBCs were biconcave. Platelets are biconvex and non-nucleated. There are no nucleus. And lifespan is just 14 days, 2 to 4 micrometer in diameter. Count you should know. This much, if you know, my boys, it's more than enough for your practicals, right? So it's a very interesting topic, blood, and especially you don't know how important it is in immunology, right? Especially B cells, T cells, uh, B cell therapy, B cell therapy. So there are many immunotherapies nowadays. In cancer, they are using; in viral infections, they are using many things. We are trying, right? We are trying our best to get treatment for cancer, all types of cancers, and viral infection, bacterial infection. So the Americans and Europeans have liked our data, whatever we have sent very much. They are mad and in awe of us. So Europe and Americans. So we are closely associated with National Institute of Health USA, then with NASA, National Aeronautical Space Administration USA, American Defense System, all these people, I am the advisor as of today. Then I am advisor to big pharma companies like Pfizer, Amgen, Eli Lilly, right? Roche, and there is one more pharma company called Novartis. All these pharma companies, European and American pharma companies, I am the advisor to them. Okay, anti-cancer therapy and immunotherapy. So I do a lot of work in immunobiology. I would like my students also in future, once you finish your studies, if you want to do research, you're almost always welcome. I'm always there to help you, right? So, anyone who wants to pursue their master's, PhD degree, I'll be always will be there to help you in US and Europe because of my various contacts and because of my advisory board positions in various big organizations, right? So, and I would be happy that my students do far better than me in their life, right? So, anytime any help you require, you can approach me. Anyhow, you will have my email ID, right? So, you can email ID or contact number, email ID you have, you can contact me by email ID and we'll keep in touch whether I'm in Saudi Arabia or in some other country, right? So, we can do lot of good things together. And lastly, um, the stained blood film shows pale blue peripheral zone called hyalomere and purple granules called granulomere. Means we are talking about the platelets, right? So this is what the finishes the lab session for you for as of today, right? And do very well in your final exam. My all best wishes are with you, and questions will be average or moderate. So you need not worry. Basics, if you understand of the lecture and practical, it's more than enough. Okay then. Thank you so much for your patience and for your patient hearing. Thank you everyone.